Russia and its allied troops have surrounded Ukraine from three sides, and Ukraine's location is key to the worsening crisis.
The world is on edge this morning as Russian President Vladimir Putin continues to amass troops and equipment near its border with Ukraine. U.S. officials say they are still committed to diplomatic options, but according to the latest U.S. intelligence assessment, Russia now has close to 75% of its conventional forces postured there at the border.
We have reason to believe the Russian forces are planning to and intend to attack Ukraine in the coming week, in the coming days. We believe that they will target Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, a city of 2.8 million innocent people.
Eine militärische Aggression gegen die Ukraine wäre ein schwerer Fehler.
Because the events of these days could reshape entire international order.
It's a very dangerous moment in our history. We stand on the brink of what could be a war in Europe. I think it would be an absolute disaster.
And a senior administration official says that there was no fundamental change to the dynamic that's been unfolding over the course of the past few weeks, as the likelihood of Russia invading Ukraine appears to be increasing.
We begin with two presidents who want the world to know that they are on the same page. Today, the leaders of China and Russia promised each other deeper ties with, quote, no limits. Vladimir Putin met with Xi Jinping in Beijing in a choreographed show of solidarity just hours before the opening ceremonies of the Winter Olympics. And they sent a message to the West as well, that they are unified in their opposition to NATO expansion.
Russian President Vladimir Putin declaring two separatist regions in Ukraine now independent. He's also ordered Russian troops into those regions as what he calls peacekeepers.
Ourselves for the next possible stages of Putin's plan. The violent subversion of areas of eastern Ukraine by Russian operatives and their hirelings, followed by a general offensive by the nearly 200,000 Russian troops gathered on the frontiers at peak readiness to attack. If the worst happens, then a European nation of 44 million men, women and children would become the target of a full-scale war of aggression, waged without a shred of justification.
After the U.S. warned all day of a full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine that it was imminent, Vladimir Putin has just addressed the Russian people moments ago, announcing what Putin called the start of a military special operation, in his words, to demilitarize Ukraine.
For the absurd and even mystical reasons that Putin described last night. Unless the situation changes, the best efforts of the United States, of this country, France, Germany, and other allies to avoid conflict through patient diplomacy may be in vain. That Putin's venture in Ukraine must fail, must ultimately fail, and must be seen to fail. That will require the perseverance and the unity and the resolve of the entire Western alliance, and Britain and the UK will do everything possible to ensure that that unity is maintained. And now our thoughts should turn to our valiant Ukrainian friends, who threaten no one, who ask for nothing except to live in peace and freedom. We will keep faith with them in the critical days that lie ahead. And whatever happens, Mr. Speaker, Britain will not waver in our resolve. And I commend this statement to the House.
Leader of the Opposition, Keir Starmer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday was a dark day for Europe.